Much. You've just seen our 130-pound All-Americans led by the champion Tommy Owen from Washington. And a word with our champion Alex Tirapelli at 135. And here we go to 140 pounds. And you're looking in the red singlet at the first of our three Pennsylvania finalists, Dustin Manotti from Mifflinburg in the maroon singlet, and he'll be wrestling two-time Michigan State champion Ryan Churella of Novi, Michigan in the green singlet. And the first takedown goes to Manotti. He leads 2-0. Yeah, I think we need to say a word about what Tennessee's done in this tournament this year, Ed. I guess I'm one of the few people that's known what kind of a senior class they have this year, as the escape is given for a 2-1 lead. And now Manotti in on the legs again, trying to finish that double leg shot. A minute 10 left in the first period.
Kept his head down on the double. Couldn't change it off quick enough. Now come around and may get the 2, and he does.
Jerry Moore, our head official in this match, gives him the 2 as they go off the mat. With the 57 seconds left to go in the first period, Ray Mainville's our assistant. But just getting back to what Tennessee has done, a second place and 2 fourth-place finishes for a state which in 11 years had a grand total of 6 All-Americans. They went from 40th place to 9th place in the team standings in 1 year. I don't know if a state has ever made that kind of an improvement in 1 year. And having spent some time with the Tennessee people all this tournament, as I have a good bit of the year, they are really pleased with what their kids have done on the national level. As Manotti gets his third takedown, leaves 6-2, and now the whole country knows.
Well, 10 years ago, you're talking Tennessee with wrestling. You're talking tournaments that have now gone to Tennessee. You're talking the quality of the kids coming out of there. All that adds up to success, and you've got to put the time in, and they obviously have.
Churella with the stand-up here, trying to get out. 3 seconds left in the first period, and Manotti will hold on. He'll take a 6-2 lead into the second period.
Manotti, nothing real fancy, just very workmanlike and controlling the bout at this time, 6-2.
Another one of those wrestlers from Pennsylvania, never won the state, but here he is in the national finals. How many times have we seen that?
Well, they get hungry, and they're never satisfied. It's like having a great meal with no dessert. There's something missing, and that's a dangerous kid. You get a kid that's used to winning, he's got success in his pocket, and he doesn't get that coveted state title. He's still hungry in his high school career, and you get one of them in a tournament like this, you better lace up tight because he's ready to go.
7th as a sophomore, state runner-up as a junior, 3rd as a senior for Dustin Manotti in Class AA. And Ryan Churella, state champion this year in Michigan, runner-up as a junior. Minute 25 left to go in the second, and 35 seconds Churella's spent working on top, but nothing to show for it so far. Manotti still with the 6-2 lead. Jerry Moore starts him up again. And Churella throwing the legs in. Crossbody ride. And almost had the near arm, near leg tilt, but lost the arm and no points.
Churella lacing the leg in, just kind of feeding himself, cheating it in, if you will, but then keeping it loose and not really getting the pressure outward on the knee like he should to stabilize Manotti, which gives Manotti the opportunity to get them hips moving, and that's how basically he's fighting out of that situation. That could be ugly.
A stall warning issued here on top against Churella by Jerry Moore. Said, "You're just riding him now, son." 40 seconds left, and Churella still working on top. Got the half in on the left side. Now Manotti stands up. Churella trying to bring him back down, and does. Got the crab slide in. Now he gets his hips up and out of trouble. 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. Churella looking for the ride out here and hopefully for back points.
We're talking about position all the time, Rob, and sometimes there's something known as keeping out of position, and that's exactly what Manotti is doing. Just enough right there, a little head turn, a little hip up, a little pull. That's keeping him out of position to get turned, because Churella is that close to getting up on the head and turn him to his back.
Well, a second period ride out for Churella there keeps the score at 6-2 in favor of Manotti, and now Churella will start on the bottom. Now we'll see what Manotti does here. Looked like he was going to let him go, dove back in the legs, and now does give up the escape at 6-3.
Looks like Manotti's fuel tank is just showing a little bit of sign of spending a little, and then as I'm saying that, he goes in and does a beautiful wrap arm, comes up to the middle, repeat of what he did in the first period. If he can turn and face him, he's going to get 2 points real quick here. It's all he has to do is face him. Churella holding on.
Churella also with the ankle, and a stalemate called by Jerry Moore. Back to the center. Minute 28 left to go.
These next 2 points are critical. That doesn't sound as dumb as it really is. Either wrestler right here, Manotti gets 2, it's going to take a whole lot. He gives up to 2. Churella is more than in it. He's got a little bit of a spirit. And once you have that, there's the opportunity to score again. So it's critical what happens here in the next few seconds.
Stalemate there as Manotti with the single can't finish. 59 seconds left to go in the match. Churella needs some offense, and there's a shot. Trying to finish, trying to work across to the double. Manotti with the ankle. And there's the 2 points for Churella. It's 6-5, and now he lets him go. 7-5 with the escape.
That's that spirit I was talking about, Rob. He took him down. All of a sudden, gears change. Everything changes.
And there's another takedown for Churella, and we are tied. 25 seconds left to go. Can he hold him?
He crossed the line. He's got to hold him now at 30.
Unlikely he'd be able to take him down again here in regulation, but Manotti not able to work up. 11 seconds left to go, and if Churella could ride him out for another 11 seconds, we're going to take it to our first overtime match in this final round.
The ball was just handed back to Manotti.
Caution against Churella here. He'll have to be careful. 9 seconds left to go. Manotti with the tripod. Churella working the cradle. And there we have it. We go to overtime. Churella looked down and out of this match after the first period, but now Manotti revitalized right in on the single as we start overtime. But Churella is fighting it off on the edge there. Manotti trying to pull Churella back in. Churella with the whizzer forces the restart.
Manotti's shot not as crisp naturally as it was in the first period. Both wrestlers a little weary. It's a matter of who's going to make the mistake.
Churella in on the legs again. Manotti in on the legs again. Churella fighting it better than he did in the first period. Trying to spin behind, but he spun right into the double for Manotti.
Manotti split and tried to cut double. Should have never done it. There it is. Cost him the match.
A remarkable turnaround for Ryan Churella. He comes back from a 6-2 first period deficit for the 9-7 overtime victory over Dustin Manotti of Pennsylvania. What a comeback.